You don't know what happens on the girls' night out.
My baby's such a lady, ain't no buts or maybe. She don't see another guy.
Heard that you made a theme song for the
United Nations. Nations group, yeah. Funny you should bring that up. But yeah, two things are different. We started a recycling company in Jamaica Recycling,
Okay.
back in Jamaica. But that was about 10 years ago. But when I started doing music last year, a group from the United Nations who have a group called Players for Peace. They're trying to meld sports and music. And try win over youth base of sports and music, right? And they're called Players for Peace. Somebody called me about Lest We Forget and I wanted to use that song for Players for Peace. And it was so funny because when I got the call, I thought it was one of my friends pulling my leg. So I didn't take it seriously for the first couple seconds, minutes. And then the guy said, no, really, and he emailed me and they wanted to use that song, but they wanted to change parts of it. And I wasn't so much for changing parts of it because it's a special song for me, as we say, Lest We Forget, and the struggles we have had as a people. And I said to them, could I write another song? And they were like, okay, but I could tell, you think you could write another song that we're gonna like? And I did this other song, This Is Our World, which will also be on the album. If you go to playersforpeace.org, you'll see it there. And
Let me know that again.
Playersforpeace.org. The song This Is Our World that is playing in the background is my song, David M. And they're using it for their Players for Peace website, and they're using it as if the song for the Players for Peace, which is a group of United Nations backed sports players. Heinz Ward is one of them, Ronaldinho, the footballer, is another of them, and musicians. And I'm the first musician on their website. If you go to their entertainment website, you'll see a post about David M. and the song This Is Our World, which is a theme song for Players for Peace. So I felt very blessed that,
Last, do you understand he said United Nations? I know that blew you out of the world.
It did at the time.
Right?
It did at the time. And I felt very special that it was passed on by somebody in Jamaica to somebody in the United Nations. And I felt very blessed that they wanted to use one of my songs, and it has motivated me to continue to write that kind of music, message music,
Okay. On Money Train TV, well as entertain people, we like to inspire people. There's a lot of youth out there right now. They're getting into gang violence, a lot of things going on in communities, and kids is losing to be inspired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well as you being a musician, you are well educated. You understand? You graduated as being a lawyer. So how important is education to you?
It's very important to me. And part of Lest We Forget and the importance of the kind of message music I'm doing is because I think this generation, when I say this generation, the teenagers and the younger ones, because I have young kids, 7 and 10, the young kids, they haven't lived the experience of oppression as blacks. They come up and have a black president, have a lot of opportunities. But I don't think that the generation before and our generation has done a good enough job on trying to educate them and to remind them that it was done by struggle. It was done by the struggles of many people, thousands, hundreds of thousands, of a whole race of people in a new world. And I don't think they appreciate what has gone into the struggle. And I don't think they have made use of the opportunities that they have had. Educational opportunities, we take them for granted, and this new generation really takes them for granted. So I was reading something on the plane coming up to New York, and this adds to the whole thing. Less black people, more black people are going into colleges, but less black people as a percentage of those who go into colleges are passing out of the colleges once they go in. And again, it shows you get an opportunity and you're not using it as much. So actually, percentage-wise, less blacks actually pass out, are successful at college at the end of the college experience than whites. And this is bad because it should be a thing where more blacks who need the opportunity actually pass out percentage-wise for the amount who get there. And that's not happening. It's actually less, and less than it was 10 years ago. Yeah. Because once 10 years ago realized this was the only way and we're going to make it one way or the other. So I think we have done not a good job, or we haven't done a good job in letting these youths understand, look, you have opportunities we never had and we have to take advantage of them. And as part of the struggle for me, for you, for blacks today, the Russell Simmons and the Puff Daddies, to really make this generation make use of the opportunities that they have had, that have been given to us.
So tell them how important it was for you to get your degree when you were
it was. In our time, it was so important. You went to university, you didn't waste the space. Even in Jamaica, there are only so many places, there are only so many opportunities for tertiary education. And for me and for my generation of blacks, it was important that we get educated. and we need to pass this on to the new generation.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, off this self-titled album that's coming out, what's gonna be the official first single?
Well, right now we're pushing Girls Night Out, and that's a departure for me from what I was doing. But we didn't want to make the album only inspirational songs, so we wanted to have some light-hearted songs on the album. And Girls Night Out is a dance song.
It's for the club?
It's for the club, and the theme of the song is you don't know what happens on a Girls Night Out, because the truth is you don't know what happens on a Girls Night Out. Right? You and I don't know what happens on a Girls Night Out.
We don't know what happens on Girls Night Out, but I'm watching my girl. I'm telling you, I catch you at the club doing something reckless, I'm in there.
Well, that's what the video is about. The video
so you might as well introduce that video.
Okay, the video is Girls Night Out. It's because we guys don't know what happens on a Girls Night Out. It's a light song, dance song, so enjoy. Girls Night Out.
Alright, we back. You just saw the Girls Night Out, David M. The video was, oh my God. I saw what girls doing. I'm about to talk to my girl when I get home.
Well, that's the theme of the song. A lot of times we're home on Girls Night Out, or we're hanging out on Girls Night Out. And the truth is the girls can get up to what we get up to. We think we're the only ones who can. They're more discreet. But they go out and have a hell of a time. But we don't know what kind of time they have and what they're up to. So that's what Girls Night Out is about.
Right,
it's a laugh. It's a bit of a laugh.
Alright, before we get out of here, we might as well, you know what I mean? I know a lot of people are going to want to get in contact with you. You know what I mean? What's your Twitter? What's your Facebook? What's your website that people can get in contact with you? You know, a lot of people might want you to come do a show because you have done a lot of shows all over the world already. So, what's some of those contacts?
Okay, you can have a MySpace. I'm on Facebook, David M. I'm on MySpace, David M. And my website is davidm.ning.com. So you can go to any of those sites and get in touch with us and sign up on my website. We have new music coming out. The album should be out by October, November of this year. We're looking forward to that. And behind the album, I hope to be touring. So it should be an exciting next 3-6 months for David M. and David M's music.
You ain't gonna be doing like, you know, since it's summertime, you know, we outside right now, so you know it's summer sizzling, you know what I mean? Ain't gonna be any festivals,
Actually,
no show parks.
Actually, just last month I did a Puerto Rican Day Parade. I had a float right behind Fat Joe, and we were rocking Girls Night Out. So it was kind of a test for us, and it did well. I mean, people were really into the song.
Wait a minute,
and so on.
you said you was at the Puerto Rican Day Parade?
Yep.
Wasn't that with Fat Joe and P. Diddy?
Fat Joe was right in, he was in the float. We were the float behind Fat Joe. We were actually on TV. They showed me for all of 3 seconds. Probably wondering, what is this Jamaican guy doing on Puerto Rican Day Parade? But we were invited by Al Pizarro, who is behind the organization, and he invited us up, and we did Girls Night Out. But for this summer, no. What we're trying to do for the next 2 months, as you know, is tighten up the album, finish recording. So I'll be in the studio a lot, unfortunately, this summer.
So the album's coming soon. I'd like to thank everybody in Jersey. This is David M. Be looking out for the album. Request the video on Money Train TV. David M. He's a new hot summer, sizzling artist for the summer on Money Train TV. It's your boy, Shot Camp. Peace.
Great to be here. See you guys. Big up my peeps in New Jersey and New York. Cool. This is David M. Request my video, Girls Night Out on Money Train TV.
My baby's such a lady, ain't no buts or maybe. She don't see another guy. Quiet, soft and reserved, sometimes think I don't deserve when I see the love in her eyes. So when it's girls night out, ain't no problem, I don't shout. But one night when she's gone, my homie's on the phone. Say let's go hit this town and burn this mother down. So we go, don't you know, to the latest club and show. There was my girl with her ladies, hot like new Mercedes.